Hey everyone, welcome to the second episode of Carpool Chats, and we have Zenith with us. My man, Zenith. Zenith, where do we start? Should I introduce you, or do you want to go for it?
No, you do you, bro.
Sleepy.
So, Zenith, we had even before bringing him into the company, it took like quite a few rounds of conversation and discussion. And so Zenith now is the head of product. He leads the UK region. And the interesting thing with Zenith was we vibed more deeper on the personality, and then we vibed on the work that he does. So there was some instant connect in the first conversation itself that we had, and then we figured out in the trip at Leh as well that a lot of common I would say interests.
Oh, I didn't know about this point. That my vibe got me the job.
Vibe check was there, bro. There was a clear vibe check tick mark.
That's good.
And then of course there were multiple rounds from Mark to Abhijit to other product managers who spoke to you.
Yeah, but when someone says head of product UK, it just suddenly feels like, I don't know, we are like some
UK based
very big company.
We are a big company.
We are.
But in terms of team size, I
Yeah.
would say it's still good to keep it lean and small. But
For sure.
we are proud that it is a company which is getting bigger and scaling.
Yeah, definitely all the steps in the right direction.
Yeah, in terms of UK, it's still the UK region. We still need to build those into a large business. So we're still starting off over there.
Yeah.
But let's probably come back to you.
Yeah.
More or less about the business. So, firstly, I just noticed that you seem like a biker, but you've not been riding for a long time. Is there a lot of pent-up biking frustration which is out there, which you want to, or even traveling, if not biking? So tell me about that part.
I've had my biking journey, dude, in the sense that I've biked the current bike that I have it's been around for about 9 years.
Oh.
It's seen a lot. I mean, it has been with two of my friends for a year each. My dad had it for about a couple of years in the
Your
middle.
dad as well.
Yeah.
He took it where?
He used to go to office on it.
Oh, crazy.
Imagine like a colonel going on a KTM.
Okay, I think we've not spoken about what bike it is. Now I think you should reveal the bike.
It's an RC200 KTM.
And your dad going to the
unit in a uniform.
in an RC200.
It even
No
got
one would
stolen.
have messed with him, no, with that.
No, it's like imagine Ray-Bans and like going on a KTM.
Nice.
I think even he used to get his kicks out of it. Yeah, it even got stolen in the middle for about a month. It was not there with me.
Oh, and it came back to you.
I was just thinking about selling it off at that
Okay.
time, and then some 3 guys came and they basically brute forced it and just took it away.
Okay.
That is also a different
That was
story.
your bike speaking to you, bro. It was telling me, you want to sell me, let me get myself stolen. And then how did it come back though?
Oh, that's also another story. So KTM Faridabad service center called me saying that your bike has come for servicing. I'm like, dude, my bike got stolen last month. And he's like, we can't keep it for long, sir. You come here.
Okay.
So me, my friend, we called the cops, and we were all waiting in a gypsy for the perpetrators to come and collect the bike. As soon as they went inside, like a gypsy took a roundabout, arrested them.
Crazy. Like a movie scene, dude.
Yeah.
Was there some face-off or did they just...
No, nothing.
got
We were just sitting in the car and watching the entire thing unravel. So that was fun. Yeah, and then I decided might as well not sell this bike anymore.
So you intend to keep it for longer?
Yeah,
Nice.
just got it serviced yesterday, in fact. I hardly take it out.
You got it serviced for this, for today, for riding? all the way
No,
from there?
coincidentally no, but it just worked out.
So what else has it seen? What parts of India has the bike seen?
I did, so when I started my company, at that time I was in Pune.
Mm-hmm.
My co-founder was settled in Delhi.
Okay.
And I loved my bike too much at that time. I was like, I can't give this up to a transport company to move it to Delhi. So I decided to ride it from Pune to Gurgaon.
Oh, like a 2-day ride?
No, I broke it down in the middle. My parents were in Indore at that time.
Okay.
So had a pit stop in Indore, then had a pit stop in Jaipur.
Took it
Met
easy,
some
nice.
friends, then went to Gurgaon. Yeah. By the time I reached, my hands were shaking, dude. It's a front loaded bike, right? Even
Yeah.
the front suspension is not so great.
Yeah, and it's definitely not meant for long rides on Indian roads.
It's a very weird bike, okay? You can't go on long drives.
Okay.
And it is very uncomfortable in off-roading.
Right.
But it is very fun to drive.
That's the fun part. The part where it's uncomfortable, the fun begins.
I mean, it goes 0 to 60 in 3 seconds, I think. 3 seconds or 2 seconds. And since it's front loaded, right? You have a lot of control on the bike.
Okay.
So it's very tough to hit something. And
Okay.
touch wood. I don't know.
I think KTM was the first proper race bikes, the breed of bikes which came
Yeah.
into India, and it unleashed like a whole new. Like till then we had only seen Pulsars and Charismas and
This is R15.
R15.
It was very
Yamahas.
popular at that time.
And then KTM came in to go the entire market.
You are also a biker, no?
I'm not too much into biking, but I like.
Retired biker.
You can say that. I like cruising. But tell me, I mean, while talking about your biking journey, you spoke about your startup. So not
Oh.
many people know about this, right? So tell me about your startup. When did you conceive of it, and how did you come up with that idea?
I was on Fifi Island at that time.
Wow, what a place to come up with this startup idea when you're holidaying and chilling out.
Yeah,
And then an idea occurs to you.
So like I think about 9 or 10 of my friends from college, we all went to Thailand for the first time.
Okay.
And we wanted to scuba dive, but we were not able to find anything.
Okay.
Some of my friends were very sticklers for planning everything out ahead.
Okay.
One of those guys turned out to be my co-founder later.
Okay.
But he couldn't find anything. And he was like, dude, this is so unorganized. Like, I am not able to find anything online. It was actually we have resources today, but 10 years back, there was hardly much online.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, it budded from there that this entire industry is very unorganized. I mean,
The travel planning industry.
yeah, and we were also 20, 21, 22, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's a lot of, like, audacity was through the roof that we can figure this out. So we just jumped right in about 3-4 months into this Thailand trip. We're just discussing about all the problems that are there. Yeah, at that time I didn't even know product management existed, by the way.
Yeah, I think most people startups or the ideas come when you're like fearless and not worrying about the consequences of it. Just the
Yeah.
raw energy pushing you through to like, okay, let's do something, create something. And
Yeah.
worry about how to build it later. Right.
I was like, if nothing, I can maybe I'll learn something out of this.
Yeah. I think you set the right worst case scenario
Yeah,
and be
it's
be
too
not
young
okay with it.
anyway. No responsibilities. It felt like the perfect time, although didn't have much direction.
Okay.
Yeah, we started as a B2C company.
So what was the idea? What was the thing that y'all went after exactly? Was it the same thing? How do we organize better
So
discoverability of planning journeys?
yeah, so initially, like B2C is the, what do you call it, the front end of an industry, right? We don't really know what's happening behind the curtains.
Mhm.
So that's where we started as well. I mean, neither of us were from the tech, travel space per se. And we picked adventure as one space which was super unorganized, and we wanted to organize it.
Okay.
We wanted to enable customers to be able to understand what they're purchasing ahead of making the purchase. I mean, it was very vague in the beginning. We started from Rishikesh. We aggregated all the like rafting, bungee jumping, and all that, and we got that onto one website. Then we realized that people are not really purchasing this one item for like this just one piece of the puzzle, right? In a trip.
Yeah. River rafting is just one part of the entire
Yeah.
journey.
So like they also want accommodation,
How do you-
transportation.
was the problem of how to curate the entire travel experience of a person who wants to explore Rishikesh? Is that and understanding his needs?
In hindsight, if I have to break this down, like learnings, so to speak, there are two kinds of travelers: people who thrive on the unorganized, and then there are people who want to plan everything ahead and then
Yeah.
move.
That's such a nice insight that we always take it for. People want some kind of serendipity to happen when they're traveling as well,
Yeah.
and they enjoy that.
Yeah.
They do. It's like, oh, I figured this was like a hidden gem that I just discovered
Yeah.
during this adventure, unexplored. One of the less explored areas, or a trail that I've been to, or a cafe that I visited.
Yeah.
They want that kind of a surprise.
Yeah, like
to it.
what's there ahead of this? If I take this right turn, what will happen? I don't know.
Yeah.
I am that guy. I am the first type, and my co-founder turned out to be the type 2. Okay.
Okay, that's a good mix actually.
Yeah. We used to tussle a lot when we used to travel. So this is for the type 2 kind of travelers who want everything pre-planned, right?
This is the Darshini I was talking about. Taza
Okay.
Tindi. Look at the queue.
On a working day.
Yeah. So go on. We'll finish off this segment and then we'll head to the
Yeah.
Darshini.
You're hungry?
Not really. We can drive around and come back.
Oh, cool.
What about you?
I'm good. I
Okay.
can go on until 12:01. So
Okay.
smoothies are great.
Quite heavy also, no?
Yeah, I mean it
Fills you.
Yeah, it keeps the tummy flat, but also doesn't. You're not hungry for about 2-3 hours.
Mm-hmm.
The dry fruits and all.
Okay.
They keep
you
you
make
running.
it yourself?
Yeah.
Okay. What do you?
I'll tell
What's your
you.
smoothie? Like? Okay, we'll come to this. We'll finish the startup part and we'll come to the smoothie
Okay.
part.
Yeah. So the journey was, we went into B2C. We figured out, we tried to crack the adventure market space. Then we realized we need to make a complete package.
Right.
Like we need to give them everything. Now, in domestic travel, India is very price sensitive, is what another insight that we realized is that it's a very intangible product that we were selling.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can't touch it, you can't feel it, you can't see it, right?
Okay.
Travel is such that you can only experience it on the trip.
Of course. Yeah.
And that's also a problem where AR and VR tried to get into it and tried to give people some sort of feeling of how it'll feel like, how the travel will feel like. But I don't know, it did not really fly that much.
I wasn't aware of this. So there was an industry of AR VR which was
Yeah.
explaining, showing you what your travel plan would look like.
Like how the property will be like, how the activity will feel like.
So this is for the type 2 who wants to be completely prepared for
Yeah, but I would rather
Go there.
never check out the place before I
Yeah.
before I visit.
But what if the experience goes bad? What if it's
Oh,
like
yeah.
a very bad
That also happens.
but for
Quite
type
often.
1, how does that reconcile if the person is a type 1 who wants to go with the flow but ends up having like a series of 2 to 3 bad experiences?
Define a bad experience.
So you go with an expectation of, okay, you've heard something about this place, I want to go check it out, and then you are disappointed with maybe the service or the cost or what you get is it's not value for money.
Yeah.
Could be any one of these, or it's just like it's not it breaks your expectation.
At least for me, I don't know, I can't speak for all of type 1, but life has a tendency of throwing a curveball here and there. You just gotta accept it and move on.
Yeah.
In the sense that, like for instance, maybe your bike rental in some country didn't turn out so well.
Yeah,
It is what it is. I mean, you gotta have a buffer saying that I'm gonna spend 20-25K. I'll assume that this will just crash and burn.
So a type 2 would typically be someone who doesn't even want a bad experience or a good or a surprise experience.
He
Type
doesn't
2
want surprises.
He doesn't want surprise, even if it's a good one.
Yeah.
He knows that there could also be a bad one in future, so he just
Yeah.
wants everything to be more
Yeah.
predictable,
Yeah. I mean,
understandable. I know many people like that. My brother is like that. Partly, my wife is also like that. Partially.
okay.
But
Yeah,
yeah, if I'm there, if she's traveling alone, she may be like that. But if I'm there, she's like, okay, type 1. We'll figure it out.
I mean, you'll take the brunt of the negative if something comes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure you're type 1.
Oh yeah. I can't even do type 2. I'll just get bored to death.
I experienced a little bit of traveling together with you, right, in Leh.
Oh yeah.
Totally type 1.
Even I could feel it. That you're just waiting to jump out of your
Planned schedule.
That was fun. Definitely. We should do some weekend trip sometime.
Yes.
I don't know when that'll happen, but
We can do it, dude. Some small trek.
Yeah, I'm all game for hikes. I haven't hiked till now. It's been a year in Bangalore.
I'm sure we have a good group also going who would want to join something like this.
Yeah, in fact, why not? Skandagiri or something. I don't know.
Yeah, Skandagiri is like very popular.
Oh, is that so?
So you might want to, I mean, it's still fine.
Oh
you
yeah,
can
yeah.
do it.
Then let's do a offbeat one.
Yeah, there are a few offbeat ones. So you were telling me what happened to the startup after that.
Oh yes. So we got into the we got this insight that we gotta sell the entire experience from end to end. Okay?
Right.
Like door to door, literally.
Hmm.
Now at this stage, we also realized that domestic didn't have much of a ticket size,
Mhm.
and so we decided that we will do only international trips.
Okay.
And that's how our basically international trip planning journey started. That is, and we tried to make that DIY.
Okay.
Now there we also hit another so to say learning per se, that an Indian customer, when they are spending 2 to 3 lakhs, they want to talk to a human.
They
So-
don't want to just refer to a website because so many
Yeah.
nuances. You're traveling with a kid, you're traveling with.
Even if you give them everything, no, they want that verbal assurance that sab ho jayega.
Is it for only an Indian traveler that you found this?
Our customer base was Indian, right? So we were making the product for an Indian clientele.
But the insight is, did you know that, or did you compare or check that? Is this is only a nuance with an Indian traveler, and other country people don't feel this way, they can book?
Other country people, we did not really research much because we did not have so much exposure, or so to speak.
And the other thing like whenever there's this part of a person needing to be there, it always comes back to other scenarios where the reason why brands got created was to replace trust, right?
Yeah.
So it comes back to the thing is there lack of trust is what is needing to speak to a person, and is there a lack of a brand which can also assure trust? Is that a gap in this space?
Yeah, I mean, and also I think it would have been much easier had we been selling, say, clothing instead of travel, because it's easier to
the touch points,
compare a tangible product of one brand to another. If say I give a quote of 2 lakhs and someone else gives a quote of 1.8, what is the incentive for him to pick me? It's my verbal confidence saying that 20k will be worth it.
Yeah. I recently planned a trip to Dubai with family, with kids, other cousins also with their kids, and I could really see this play out. We chose a tour agent who was a reference of a person related to him, and who could kind of assure that if something goes wrong, you have kids, we'll take care of it. We have some known people over there. Though we got a lower quote from
folks.
Though we got a lower quote from someone else.
Yeah.
So that verbal, and both of it was a person who we spoke to, wasn't a website that we interacted with. Yes, Make My Trip has those ready packages and stuff.
Yeah.
But maybe I'll just break it down with this insight that the number of touch points in your trip's experience, number of things that are there in a trip, the number of moving levers, the more they are, the harder it is to replace with a brand, and that's why you need a human, right? Like in a shirt, it's just that your size doesn't fit or that doesn't feel right, and maybe the color doesn't match, right? These are only 4 variables that you have, and if not, you can return it as well, and if you don't like it, or even if it's food, if it's just one, like if you're recommended, if there's a brand and you know that it creates a 4.5 star rating, it's great biryani, and you still feel that when you go there, okay, this is probably very Mughalai style. I don't like Mughalai style. I was thinking of Hyderabadi style and stuff like that. That still is a difference to what your expectation is. That is just one part of your entire day, which is one meal. It can still be a bad thing, but if your entire trip, which has like 100 such touch points, 4 days, 20 meals, the stay, and then you have your driver, your activities, number of things which can go wrong.
It's too high. It's a service and hospitality industry. Literally.
With that, we'll take a small break. We'll go get some food from Taza Tindi. We're getting Zenith first time to a Darshini this side of Bangalore. He's not explored the food, so we'll go get some food.
If you
from
tell me this is the best place in Bangalore,
I'll
believe you.
It is one. You can try it and let me know. And we're back.
So welcome to episode 2 of the second episode.
Welcome to part 2 of episode 2 with Zenith. We just had our stomachs full.
Yeah.
We had Kesri Bath, Kara Bath, and Vada and coffee from Taza Tindi. We'll share some photos later.
Now we're all loaded with energy. Yeah. So
how did you like the food?
The food was great, dude. Yeah.
Would you come back? If not
all the way from Harloor, I don't know.
There are Taza Tindis in and around Or there are similar Darshanis around there.
There are. Yeah, I mean, on a weekend, yes, why not?
If we're gonna go for a long trek, we can load up here and then somewhere like this kind of a place and then head out.
Take a dozen vadas. I love vada, okay. The only problem with that is that it is oily.
You can't hate something which you love, so don't start calling it a problem. It's okay, dude. You can.
Yeah, here and there you can cheat.
Yeah, as long as you're
Once a
not
week.
ODing it.
Yeah. I mean, as a kid, we used to get away with so much, no? We could just eat whatever we want, how much ever we want.
What happens now? What is happening now? Do we not find the time to?
No, metabolism is gone for a toss. Stomachs have become sensitive.
Yes, that's the one.
I put on weight very, very easily. If I chill in a trip, I'm done. I'm back by 2 months.
What was the last travel that you? Was it Leh?
Last
after
trip,
that?
Goa, no?
Oh yeah, Goa. But you didn't stay back.
No, from 5 of us, we came back in 2 days.
Did you explore any place outside shacks?
We went to one beach we call Bits Beach. Okay, it's called Bogmalo. It's near the airport. It's like 10 minutes away from the airport. So since we had a late night flight, I suggested that we go spend some 4 or 5 hours there.
Okay.
We all just sat, drank nicely. I bought some booze
Back home.
home. Yeah. So that was a nice. I mean, it's been what 10 years since I've been to that beach also. So that was good. It reminded me of college. There were a few kids here and there. I had my first beer on that beach.
Oh,
Yeah.
going back so long ago.
Yeah. That was good. My first cigarette also.
You surprisingly, you've not picked that up. You've been able to not create an addiction out of it.
It comes and goes. I'm trying not,
Okay.
that it does not come ever again.
Okay, at least I've not observed that, but yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so tell me more interesting stuff which not many people know about you.
Okay. I have a very strict food schedule, food routine.
Seriously.
Yeah. So I do almost the same thing every single day. Here and there, one day on a weekend is what I have an exception for, maybe Sunday or something, where I'll break all rules. So I start my day with a coffee.
Coffee.
Yeah.
Black coffee.
No. Full cream milk coffee. This is around 6:30, around 7 o'clock. 6:37.
I have a question. So this very strict food diet, is it because you really believe in that routine, or is there something else driving this, or is it just that you don't have the time to do anything else outside of this set routine?
So, okay, great question. In fact, I picked up calisthenics this year, and what I also realized, like right before joining SmartQ, I went to Sri Lanka for about 20 days, and I was hanging out with all these white folks. Okay, and I realized something, that all of them are so lean. They hardly do anything over and above what I do. So the only difference that they and I have is food, or that my genetics are just messed up in very weird ways, which I want to not believe. So, so I was like, okay, I'll start eating the way the Westerners eat, which is, boiled foods, maybe like smoothies, yogurt heavy, and keep the masalas to a minimum. Reduce my carb intake, because Indian food intrinsically is very carb heavy.
Yeah.
And we do not even control our portions like our Eastern counterparts. Like they only have like a bowl of rice, like a small bowl.
Yeah.
But we just take servings after servings. And we also eat with our hands, so we tend to eat more. It's also there. So yeah, all of these combined, I was like, okay, let's do an experiment this time.
Mm-hmm.
I've fallen off this bandwagon a couple of times, like working out and not seeing results and then getting demotivated, all that. So this time I was like, okay, I'll do food properly. I started having smoothie bowls in the morning. So that was the first change I did. So the smoothie bowl is basically pumpkin seeds, watermelon seeds, sunflower seeds, flax seeds, walnuts, almonds, cashews.
All of them
Like
just
a,
like that,
like
on
a
top.
teaspoon, maybe half a teaspoon each of the seeds, and like just a handful of each of the dry fruits, and some berries like blueberries or raspberries. And I initially thought I'll put yogurt in it, but instead of that I started doing curd. Because
Okay.
curd is readily available.
Okay.
And yeah, I mean, it turned out fine. This is my breakfast.
Do you
I started like this.
do you blend it, all of this?
Yeah, so after a point, I started experimenting this further just to not get bored. So sometimes I have a smoothie bowl with the just the way they are. Other days I'll just blend it. I'll put a banana
All of this
in it.
together
Yeah.
with the nuts and seeds
Oh
and
yeah.
everything.
I sweeten it with a couple of dates,
Uh-huh.
some raw honey, a banana.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
That keeps me full yet with a flat stomach for 3 hours or so.
Nice. Yeah. You don't feel like having anything after that, no? With
Yeah.
all those nuts and
Yeah, the nuts
dates.
will keep you running. And it takes a long time to
Digest it.
yeah.
Nice, dude.
And now that I've started
How much time goes into preparing this breakfast?
hardly 5 minutes.
But yeah, you need to have all of it set up for you. I mean, like you would have set it up.
Yeah, now I mindlessly put stuff
yeah.
at this point.
And then you directly go for lunch after this. There's nothing in between.
Nothing in between. This is right before I leave for office, around say 9:30, 10.
Okay.
And yeah, my lunch is boiled vegetable salad and
Oh, you pack your lunch as well.
Yeah, and half a breast of chicken.
Every day?
Every day, half a breast of chicken I replace with prawns sometimes.
How do you manage to eat the same lunch every day?
So
that may not be easy, right?
that's not easy, and I don't think that's for everyone also. Because people tend to get bored quite easily, is also what I've realized. They can have it maybe a day or two, but then they're like, okay, what else? But that's the thing. So what solution I have found out is that it's just a task on my list, lunch. Just made it like that.
Okay. Do you enjoy your lunch? That's an important question.
So the funny thing is that my cook has taken the initiative of making it in a different way every time.
To make you enjoy.
I think even he's bored of making the same thing.
Is it his lunch as well?
But yeah, he's a nice guy.
You trained him to be able to do all of
So
this.
he's like, I've also started eating like this because I am impressed by the way you eat stuff. I'm like, this is very good for the tummy. I'm like, nice. Good for you, man.
So what changes have you seen after bringing all of these? I'm sure you brought it gradually.
Yeah.
So what have you?
I've lost. I was 82. I'm 74 now. So I've lost like 8 kgs in the past 5 months. Yeah, and I've gained a lot of muscle mass.
It's nice.
Yeah, I can see that little bit of a torso V. Just a
Yeah.
little bit, but yeah, it's there, it's coming.
On the way. Loading.
So yeah, all those things are good. Dinner is just some dal or rice, rajma rice, chole rice. Or
You come
chole
home and
paratha.
have it? Or
Yeah,
So you don't eat out in general?
no, nothing. Very rarely. On a weekend, on a date maybe. Yeah, then I end up ordering chicken. Because I'm like, if I'm doing some pap, might as well eat protein. So yeah, simple rules, like I staying away from sugar, and whatever I order should be protein heavy.
And what's your workout like?
Oh yeah, my workouts.
Calisthenics you mentioned. Because it goes with each other, right?
Are you going somewhere or you just parked?
I've parked, but I don't know if this allows for... I don't see a no parking here. I'm just taking the
No,
chance.
all of these guys are here now. No
Yeah,
stress.
we'll be parked and then we'll head to the Kind Roastery. After
Done. Another coffee?
No, we'll just walk out of there.
Okay, cool.
and maybe later lunch if we both have packed lunch, to be honest. We can come back to this car, have lunch and finish the rest of the conversation.
Funny. Yeah. Okay, so my workouts are... So, this is also out of a learning. I used to lift pretty heavy earlier, like deadlifts and like shoulder presses and all that. I mean, I started seeing some changes in my body and whatnot, but I did not have functional strength still. And
What do you mean by that?
in the sense that I did not have a body balance per se. I can't do a single legged squat, for instance, or I can't maybe. I'll have
Trek. You
I'll
couldn't
have a
trek
big
for a long time or something like that.
like I'll have a big bicep, but I can't
Arm wrestle.
arm wrestle someone. Something like that.
Functional meaning like what you need for an everyday.
Yeah, maybe like climbing that roof
Yeah.
with just your forearm strength. Can't do all that. What's the point if you can't? And another thing is that I started having backache. I was like, dude, I'm lifting like 150 kgs and all on deadlifts, and still I have a backache. What's the point? So there was some disbalance in the way the muscles were getting strengthened, and that is why I had a backache.
Your technique or the way you were
Yeah,
prepping for it wasn't right. Lower back,
lower back.
yeah, typical of lifters.
Yeah, so I stopped lifting after that. In fact, I got super demotivated after that. And then then COVID and all that whatnot happened. I started traveling, lost everything, all the muscle I had. Now this time I was like, I'll do functional training. Like I want to do a handstand push-up. I want to do a planche. Have your legs in the air with just your arms in the floor,
I understand what that is.
and maybe do a, what else is there? I'm thinking, like a muscle up.
Yeah.
You do a pull up and
Chin up.
get your entire upper body above the bar.
Yeah.
So
So-
why not? I was like, why can't I? So that's where I started. And honestly, I'm enjoying the journey a lot. First 1-2 months weren't so rewarding, but now, like I did
It's all self-taught and self-trained, is it?
yeah, everything is.
One of the things I've observed is you are very self-motivated in the things that you're passionate or believe, like food, diet, exercise, health.
Yeah, I mean, I start obsessing over. I start reading a lot, like watching stuff. Yeah, Yeah, you can say that.
What else? Like, I'm hoping work and outside of work. What else are you passionate about? I know it's a yes for work, but what else are you passionate about?
Thinking. Yeah, does traveling count?
Yeah,
Traveling is a little bit of on a back burner these days because I'm not really feeling so motivated to travel. So
You
something-
feel like it's an effort to plan a
yeah,
travel.
like
just
it's
to-
an effort to get out of my house is what I'm feeling these days.
Why? Is it the traffic, or is it like just the?
And recently I went home. I was like, oh my god, I have to get in the cab, then get in a flight, check in, security.
I think
I
you
was
should
like-
stop planning travel that way. You should reevaluate your bike, make it travel friendly, and you will start traveling automatically. You will be able to just pick up your bike anywhere and then not make up your mind, but still go figure out the kind of impromptu travel you like.
So the thing is that impromptu will take 1 hour of traffic.
Oh no, Sunday morning or Saturday morning,
Yeah.
early morning.
I actually don't mind biking. I recently
I'm telling you, if you just stop thinking of a flight and everything,
Yeah.
cab and everything, then you will start traveling more. There are so many places in
yeah.
and around Bangalore.
actually, no, you're right.
That's the inertia that you have.
Pune, I've explored everything in and around when I was there.
Mm.
Bought my bike in Pune.
Yeah.
But now, yeah, Bangalore also is the same space. So I'm just older.
Mm.
Yeah, I actually enjoy trying out new things. I joined a salsa class that went on for about 3 months. Realized salsa is not for me, at least right now.
Like exploring basically.
Yeah, I tried some oil painting at home.
What have you tried exploring which you've not got bored of? Let me put it that way. Maybe that
Not
is an
got-
intersection of your passion and your exploratory nature,
Not got bored of.
and you still want to explore it further. Like life, I'm sure, but what inside that?
Oh, I love going out on dates.
uh,
It's also
like
something.
so basically you like exploring people, like
Yeah. Men, what's the upside? Tell me.
women. Like it's limited to a carpool chat like this, and some food from a darshini.
Yeah, then after a point, I don't know. Like men friendships are very plain and simple. What I feel, it's
Okay.
easy.
You like some chemistry. Kind of
let's
thing.
not put it like that.
You would like some something going on.
Yeah, like some onion to
dynamic.
peel. Okay, we'll see where this goes.
Like I can see how your interest in user research also aligns with this.
Yeah, another thing, like I like the process. What I've also realized is that it's very important to fall in love with the process of whatever you're doing, rather than the the end reward.
Yeah, so exactly. That's what I was asking. What is
Yeah.
that thing which you enjoy doing? Doing
Yeah.
is the process, which is outside of, say, work and
Yeah, so
health.
I have this one rule. Whenever I go out on a date, I'll try doing something which I've never done before.
Give me an example.
I'll go for a pottery class.
You
Yeah,
you
I'll
explore
take her
together.
also. So it's a nice, like you'll get to know how the other person thinks when they are also put in a spot, and it's a nice, it's a nice journey for
Exploration.
yeah.
It's a nice
Exploring
I would
the
say,
person.
canvas kind of a thing.
Yeah.
You get to know the person through the clay.
I've only been to one pottery class. Okay.
Sometimes clay, sometimes salsa,
Yeah.
sometimes maybe flamingo, something like that. Flamenco, sorry.
Yeah, so that it just keeps things fun. And what else? Yeah, so even I'm exploring what sort of a person I would enjoy. still exploring.
Can we say that Zenith is single but not committed?
Not
Ready
committed.
to
Yes.
explore for all the people
Not
who are
committed.
watching. Zenith is there to take. some kind of a this carpool chat is becoming like some kind of a promotion also for people for their marriage. So interestingly, one of the things which came out of Leh was my OKR to be
I was gonna say that, like one call out for Reddy.
yeah, ready. We're gonna take your name as well soon. Don't worry, we'll have you in the carpool chat. That's on my list. I've not forgotten it.